So first thing, we got our seeding tray. We fill it up with soil. Always label your plants. Sow right seed. We're gonna do squash and zucchini. Make sure you put your seed about 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch deep. You could add more soil if you need to, because you want to make sure you fill it up all the way up. This water it really well. Faster germination, we're gonna cover it up. All right, we're about a little bit over a week later. You see they're ready. Two of them did not germinate. This one is now germinated, but you can see the rest of them. And what to look, you can see like the roots are coming out. When transplanting your zucchini plant, you have to make sure you do this in the evening time. Do not do this during the hot sun. It will stress your plant. Before add it in, make sure you dig down about at least 6 inches deep, 5 inches deep. You want to add either if you have home compost, or you can mix some all-purpose fertilizer. Let me sprinkle it. So this is the same way if you're gonna add if you're gonna transplant this to in-ground or a container. It's the same way you will do. Want to make sure you get some fresh soil and compost. If you don't have compost, add your fertilizer there. And I'm gonna bring it. So do this in the evening time, and then you water it. You do this in the morning time, and then when that sun comes out, it dries up the water, stresses the plant, and sometimes you could end up losing your plant. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add our garden stake. You could use a wooden stake, you could use this green one, or you could use bamboo. You want to come at least about 3 inches away from the main stem when doing this. And we're gonna come right here. Just pick any corner spot that you're gonna be tying it towards, and when you put it there, just get yourself a hammer and gently just hit it down like this. Want to make sure it tap really good. Get about, I said, 6 to 7 feet. You could get one, or you could get two. You could put another one on this side right here, 3 inches apart. And as the plant grow, we're gonna start tying it up. Variety, some of them will grow an extra growth point right here, which will produce another plant, but you don't need it. So this is what I do. I don't like my leaves to touch the ground. That's a higher chance of pests, higher chance of any kind of disease. So we get rid of that. And you see this right here, look, we have a lot of male flowers. If you have a lot of male flowers, you could remove 1 or 2. This is my other plant. The male flower is always this thin, skinnier stem with the flower, which is going to give us all pollen right here. You can see it. And this is from a squash, right? You can see the female, it's always much thicker with the flower at the end. Here I'm going to show you same thing. We have the male right here, and it's open and closed already. This is done. We could always remove this, and you could see a female right there is much more thicker than the male. Always hand pollinate in the morning. If you do not have bees, you could literally take the pollen from the male flower with a paintbrush and then gently apply it on the female. As the plant is growing, you want to use these soft twist tie because they do not damage the plant right there. And you want to come from the main stem. You want to literally like hook it from the main stem of the base of the plant and then bring it around. So then you twist it easily. And this, you could reuse these soft twine every single year. I had them for like 3-4 years. Check in the description box, I'll leave all the stuff here, you could get it. And as you go, you could tie every 6 inches the plant is growing. Like you see this right here, this one I've been tying. I got about 3 ties already. And as you could kindly see, like the top was always going like sideways. So then when this come up, we got 1 tie like right here, and then when this get up another like 4 or 5 inches, then we're gonna tie somewhere around here, so the plant keeps holding on strong. And then as we have about, we have 10 leaves on the top, we always remove the lower one, this one right here. We take out the lower one as the plant is growing, this right here. We're gonna remove this, and then we still have about 10 leaves. So idea about 10 leaves is good on the plant. You don't need too much leaves. You get a better airflow, a better growing production, and stuff grows faster, and you get to harvest more. And this is container. It works for in-ground and it works for container. But the only thing I have to tell you, container, you need a lot more water and you need a lot more fertilizer. I water every 2 to 3 days in containers. I fertilize every 2 weeks. In-ground, I fertilize every 2 weeks. But in-ground, you could water every 3 to 4 days. You want to harvest between 6 to 7 inches to get the perfect taste and flavor. If you harvest on time, the plant will use more energy to grow the smaller one, and you get a harvest. And this leaf right here in the bottom, we have a lot of leaves. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come and prune out this one leaf right here. I have many different types of squash and zucchini. Now, this here is a black beauty. You can see like it's a darker green, and it's the most popular variety for zucchini. These type, what I realized, they could grow a lot bigger. without getting yellow at the bottom. As soon as you see the zucchini is getting yellow at the bottom, it's overripened. And once it's overripened, the inside become harder, the seeds are bigger. The plant wasted a lot of energy on that. So that's why I do not recommend to leave your zucchini too long. I know a lot of people like it, but if you like it, that's your choice. If you have a short garden season and you want to get faster harvest, then I recommend at least 6 to 7 inch, 6 to 8 inches harvest. So what we're going to do, we're going to come right here and we're going to harvest. Try not to cut out any leaf or anything, but you can see right here, if we cut out the leaf and stuff, sometimes it's fine. We have a lot, but you could see how beautiful it is right here. Look at that, gorgeous. Come in the morning time or the evening time to get the best taste. So now that we harvest here, now the plant is going to use a lot more energy for growing the smaller one. So come in another like 5 days, that one is going to be ready to harvest. So that's how I get multiple harvests in a less time. Right here we have the Zephyr summer squash. It's green on the top and yellow on the bottom. Very delicious. Harvest between 5 to 7 inches. My daughter's going to help. Come on. We're going to harvest this together. Always bring the kids in the garden. It's a beautiful way. Beautiful. Look at that. This is gorgeous. Right here we have a round zucchini. A round zucchini is a different type of variety. You harvest when the size of an 8-ball. If you miss like 1 or 2 days, they grow really fast. It tastes just like zucchini and squash mixed together. I mean, it's delicious. Every time you harvest, you have bad leaves, bad flowers. After everything, just remove them. And we got a beautiful one right here. I have a lot of different type of variety. And you can see, gorgeous. Some of them are just beautiful. Right here we got a couple. We came like 3 days or 4 days ago and we had a bunch of stuff, and you can see more stuff is growing, and we didn't even reach summer weather in here in New York yet. So we had multiple harvests and it's not summertime. Something I'm always going to remind people, zucchini plant, squash plant, they're big plants. They produce a lot, they grow big leaves. You got to keep up with your water and you got to keep up with the fertilizer. Whether you're using compost or organic fertilizer, you want to fertilize containers or in ground about every 2 weeks, especially when you start seeing your first fruit. Your plant is going to need all the nutrients it could get to produce massive fruit and delicious and tasty. If your plant does not have enough calcium, it will start rotting at the bottom, and you got to make sure to hand pollinate. If you don't have bees, you come in the morning time. The flowers open only one time in a day. Make sure you take pollen from the male, apply to the female using a paintbrush is the best choice. Sorry about my camera moving, it's really hot right now. Container, you have to water more. You water every 2 days or 3 days. If it's above 80 degrees, you water every 1 to 2 days. I'm growing in a 5-gallon container. I recommend a 7-gallon, at least 5-gallon. You could do it as you see I'm doing it right now. You just have to add a lot more water, and you know, you got to pay more attention. But growing vertically is the best way. You save space, you get less chance of disease, less chance of bugs, and especially battling with squash vine borer and squash bug, this is the best way to find them. Check underneath your leaf, spray neem oil, do some cayenne pepper spray. All right, any question, comment below. Hopefully this video was a little guide for growing zucchini vertically and saving space and growing and having a better experience. All right, thank you so much for watching GreenTGarden. Don't forget to click the bell icon and the red subscribe button. It do help out my channel and I really appreciate it. And every time I upload a video, you guys will get it right away.